Hello everyone, today I'll tell you about the latest news in the USA. Mel Gibson message to the Newsom Spend the last on the hair girl. Let's go to watching and see my previous video about the California Los Angeles situation. Let's go.
Actor and Academy Award-winning director Mel Gibson, an old friend, a Malibu resident who tragically just lost his home to the Palisades fire. Mel, I was thinking about you when I saw this fire break out. I think I talked
It's a very bad situation.
to Raymond. I said, is Mel okay? Is his family okay? I instantly thought of you. He said he thought you were okay. And I'm glad you got out. I'm glad your family is safe. But tell us what it was like to be on Rogan's podcast when I guess you learned that your home had been lost.
It's not funny situation.
I didn't learn it was lost. I knew the neighborhood was on fire, then I was in the path. So I was a little tense while I talked to Joe, but he's a guy that can put you at your ease fairly well. So I was doing okay. And I knew that
Mel,
my family was safe and out of harm's way.
Were you able to get possessions that, of course, are really immaterial when you have your family, but I've been to your house. It was an incredible home, beautiful home. But were you able to get anything out of your house?
Not much. A few necessary things. You know, my son I said, just go and grab this and this and this. And he grabbed like 3 things and took off. And then, you know, those are okay. Stuff like passports and a couple of papers and stuff like that. But by and large, everything was just, it looked, when I got there the other day, I went up there yesterday, it looked like Dresden, you know.
It's a very horrible situation.
After Bomber Harris got through with it. Yeah.
Mel,
so nothing left.
For those of us watching this from afar, try to convey to us the feeling of seeing your home, your neighbors' homes, and the community there at such a loss.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's tragic. It makes you really sad. I was actually, you know, there are neighbors I have that I was actually looking at them. I felt worse for them than I did for myself. You know, I look at
It's a tragedy.
it is a strange mixture of sadness and almost kind of an elation in a sense that I count my blessings, you know, no matter what. These are things, and they may or may not be replaceable, but they're only things, and we're still here, and I just kind of look at it as almost in a weird kind of way a purification of, but of course it's very sad, and there were many things, you know, gone in the blaze that you know, I've thought about since. I thought, oh damn, you know, that's too bad, but you know, works of art, photographs, rare books, you know, old books, some as old as, you know, 1600, you know, it's like crazy.
Irreplaceable.
And irreplaceable stuff, yeah. So it is what it is, I guess. It was only a month ago that the flames threatened us, you know, 200 meters away on the other side. And of course the wind shifted and came in and whipped and got us from the other direction, so. It was an interesting.
You've heard, you've heard the.
Go on.
You know, both. You know, you've heard.
Oh, so serious.
Heard a lot of people say a lot of things about these fires. Obviously, the winds were horrific, but they were predicted. I know you know that. Last weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they said this could be tragic with these winds if any fire starts.
Sure.
Do you believe in what you know so far, anything could have happened like this?
Oh.
Yeah, well, one always suspects that this might happen, but one thinks that the resources, you know, and the capabilities of the men and women will be on standby, that they'll be able to cope with any situation that comes up. But apparently, some people were asleep on the job, mainly our leaders there. But, you know, that's something they have to live with, and but that's something that community has to live with, and it's really sad. I mean, I have many friends that are, you know, looking for a place to put a roof over their heads, and kids, and, you know, they're traumatized. So, someone should answer for it, but we'll see. I think we know who the culprits are. In fact, my son he's a member of the volunteer fire brigade. He sort of interfaces between LA County Fire and people, and they assist them where they can during, before, and after the blaze. And apparently the residents in Corral Canyon caught an arsonist up there. And the guy was all tooled up with fire gear and equipment and stuff like that and ready to go. And he had been lighting fires. But they corralled the guy in Corral Canyon and gave him to the police. So
yeah,
there are
apparently
people
that
actively going around looking for these conditions.
Yeah, apparently, Mel, that individual was never charged. It's a very confusing set of facts because apparently he was
So amazing, bad situation.
reportedly trying to light things on fire, but it's not the fires. I guess that they. I mean, it all seems very bizarre. But they have not ruled out that arson could have started the first fire. There's obviously still investigating this, and at the same time, Mel, there are numerous complaints, as you alluded to, that the fire hydrants did not have water or water pressure, and the LA fire chief herself reacted. Watch this.
My stance on this is when a firefighter comes up to a hydrant, we expect there's going to be water. We don't control the water supply. Our firefighters are there to protect lives and property and to make sure that we're properly trained and equipped. That's my position on this. So,
oh my God. Oh.
If there's no water, I don't know how the water gets to the hydrants.
Mel, reaction to that?
Well, I know they were messing with the water, letting reserves go for one reason or another. They've been doing that a while. California has a lot of problems that sort of baffle the mind as far as why they do things. And then in the events like this, you sort of look, well, is it on purpose? Which it's an insane thing to think. But one begins to ponder whether or not there is a purpose in mind. What could it be? I don't know. Do they want the state empty? I don't know.
Well, Mel, there's already talk, and we played a couple of sound bites of reimagining the way rebuilding occurs, and obviously.
Yeah, please write your opinion in comments and subscribe my channel to see my previous video or next. And let's go.
See, there's a great need for high-density housing in California and across the country. That's a big push by the climate folks, and you're already hearing rumblings of that. In this case, like goodbye single-family homes, hello high-density housing.
Yeah. It's pretty scary, and it'll take decades to do that too. It's like even if it if it's a good idea, which I don't know if it is, but reminds me of the old cattle barons clearing people off the land, But I don't know. I can make all kinds of horrible theories up in my head, conspiracy theories and everything else. But it just seemed a little convenient that there was no water, and and that the wind conditions were right, and that there are people ready and willing and able to start fires. And are they commissioned to do so, or are they just
So terrible situation in Los Angeles.
acting on their own volition? I don't know. But they seem pretty well equipped. Some of these people that they're catching.
A lot of questions. A lot of questions, Mel. Mel, a message tonight.
I'll sift through the remains of my place and see if I can find any clues for you.
Mel, any message from you to Governor Newsom or Karen Bass tonight?
Spend less on hair gel. That's it.
Yeah.
What can I say to them? Not big admirer of either, but there you go.
Now, Mel, I know multiple shows and films have been put on hold. Everyone's livelihood has been put on hold, been involved in these fires, affected by the fires. And I know you have a film, Flight Risk, that's coming out in just 2 weeks. First film you've directed since 2016's Hacksaw Ridge, which we love. The Ingram family loved Hacksaw Ridge. So what can we expect with the industry going through changes already with these fires affecting production? And I can't wait for this film.
Oh, sure. There's going to be I think, people will have to adapt. I mean, very few things are made in California now anyway. I mean, over all these years, the playing field never really got leveled as far as, tax exemptions and all this advantages and you could get from making film here. So,
Yeah, so into this question.
Production goes on in the various places that it does. And I think for the industry, times of crisis have always been good for the entertainment industry. Not that I'm saying any crisis is good, no, but I think people want, they want to be entertained during those times, and they like escapism and just things for pure entertainment, which is what I was trying to do with Flight Risk anyway. It's just a pure entertainment piece. But
well, we need it. We need pure entertainment. And Mel, you know what else we need? You know what else we need, which I cannot wait to talk to you about.
Oh my God, it's so...
That length is the resurrection, and I know you've been working on that for quite a long time. But how wonderful it will be for us to have the resurrection.
Yeah, it's a warm follow.
In film, and what can you tell us briefly?
Yeah. Briefly, wow, it's an ambitious thing, and it's after working on it for 6 or 7 years with Randall Wallace and my brother, all of us kind of contributing to the writing. It's gonna be something that I hardly expected. I mean, I think I told Joe the other day. It's he said, "What's it like?" I said, "It's kind of like an acid trip."
He's amazing, yeah.
But you're dealing with big stuff and big questions in other realms, and it'll certainly be theologically and visually and artistically for me challenging. But you got to step up to the plate and take a swing, right?
Oh no, Mel, you've never done that. You've never done that in your career.
Yeah.
Mel,
Oh, way to right situation in the so very bad situation in today Los Angeles.
I'm so glad that you're okay. You've helped me in times of crisis. When I was going through cancer, I will never forget, you called me and gave me really great words of wisdom about treatment, and you were so fabulous all those years ago, 20 years ago, actually. And so I thought about you.
Man.
It was 20 years ago. That's how long I've known you. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a long time. Yeah. We've not...
Oh my God, this is all news today, but in conclusion, actor Mel Gibson joins in the Angel and the California leaders and the response to the deadly wire files.
You're doing it up here. You're doing that up here. Yeah.
See my previous video.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little gray.
That's next.
Yeah. No, not you. Mel, I'm so glad you're okay. Thank you for reminding us that...
Okay. Write your opinion in the comments and subscribe my channel.
Our spiritual life sustains us in these very, very challenging, difficult, tragic times.
So very difficult time. Bye-bye.